Hello bros and welcome to SFX0 BroFive production. Next part is Sakura MMO 3. Let's get it to here and let's continue. That's because all of a sudden a powerful blast of ice emits from my palm. The ice consumes the point of Bonnie's cutlass. It creeps up her weapon, encasing it in ice, and Bonnie's hand along with it. What? Bonnie tries to wrench her hand and her weapons free, but it's already too late. Her dominant arm now immobilized, I drive my knee into Bonnie's stomach. Bonnie doubles over, winching. She staggers back, preparing to strike anew, but she's too slow. She's too slow. I'm not done yet. I dash forward and my fist raised, ready to punch her between the eyes. Bonnie brings her free hand up to block it, and that hand too is soon encased in layers of ice. This isn't the way I like to fight, but Bonnie wants a physical confrontation. That's exactly what she gets. It stopped at nothing to bring this woman to her knees. She is the last piece of the puzzle. I need to reach her on the world where the goddess sleeps, and I will make her mine. I might not be a pirate myself, but I'm not about playing dirty. If you want to fight like a pirate, I will. I'm prepared to meet you head on, but don't start crying when you realize you picked a fight with the wrong person. I hope you learned your lesson. There are some fights not even you can win. Oh, that picture came actually very fast. I did not expect it to come that fast. Well, I'm gonna continue to the next picture then. Hey, what a big idea! Bonnie struggles against the rope binding her, but it does a little good. They hold tight, unyielding. Why did you tie me up? Where did my crew go? What's happening? Do you really need to go through this? Hang on. As though bored by the paddle, I press her hand against my mouth. It should be obvious, Captain. We defeated you and your loyal crew abandoned you the moment they saw you fall. No, that can't be. They wouldn't. Well, I'm sorry to say that they have. The boat has long since departed, with more than a few holes blasted in its hull, I might add. It seems you were all that popular with your crew after all. Those backstabbing, two-timing, no-good wenches. They were rottenest crew I ever knew. Always kissing my ass when they wanted anything, then fleeing at the first sign of danger. You said they left with my boat? That's right. We offered them a trade, their captain for their freedom. They can see what shows. After we defeated you so soundly, their morale dropped. Their crew sailed away before you regained consciousness, and I doubt they were coming back to rescue you. God damn it. Bonnie head hits the bed with a faint creak. She looks utterly exasperated, and I can't say I blame her. For such a talented swordswoman, her crew were incredibly fickle and untrained. So I lost to you. Completely and utterly. Damn it, I hardly ever remember. Everything is a big blur. Forgive me, I was a bit rough with you, but you were a most worthy opponent I had to fight seriously. Well, semi-seriously for once. But I still lost. I can't believe it. I lost against a girl like you. I bet you've never even been on a boat before. I doubt you can tell your rigger apart for your brother. You are quite right. I've never been on a boat before. Really? You're being serious? Quite. One doesn't need to know anything about a boat to hold their own in a fight. Well, I give you that one. I guess you got a good crew backing you, then. Where are they? Right here. What does you mean here? My whole crew is assembled in this room. There are only 4 of us. Only 4? Bonnie looks at the member of my party with no small amount of surprise in her face. No, you're going to be pulling my leg. There's no way 4 little girls like you could ever steer a ship. Not this far across the ocean. You should have capsized long before I ever found you. Perhaps you're right, but we're rather resourceful. So you're saying a group of 4 managed to best me and my whole crew? Unlikely as it may seem, yes. Holy stars, this has got to be some kind of dream. It isn't, but I could pinch you if you like. Stepping on you might be fun too. Oh no, there's no ropes or proof enough for me. Whoever tied them away too tight. Bunny squirms against the bindings once more. Of course they don't budge. You gotta be some kind of sadist. It's funny you would say that. By the gods, you have a nasty personality, but your face is so pretty, it seems like such a waste. I'd love to make a cute girl like you squeal. My apologies, but you'll be the only one squealing here. Hey, I'd like to see you try. So does this make me your prisoner? That's right. We beat you up nice and good, and now you belong to us. Really though, your crew were pathetic. I thought the pirates were supposed to be brave, but they all ran off with their tails between their legs. Ha ha ha. You're not being very ladylike, Theo. As the witness of the confrontation, we should be more humble. Says you. You were more bloodthirsty than any of us. Who was it one talking to herself about slaughtering Bonnie's whole crew and sending them to the depths of the ocean, huh? That was a long time ago. It was 10 minutes Yes, well, now we have captured this near too well and see to no reason why we should gloat about our victory. The captain did not hurt my lady, and now she is in no position to do so. I have no reason to threaten her. Though I cannot pretend to be pleased about her past actions. Still, we all learn from our mistakes. And those that do not don't soon suffer the consequences. Hehe. Yeeks, you're kind of scary sometimes, Neve. Now, you pirate captain, apologize for my mistress for causing so much grief. Apologize? Not in your life. Haven't I been degraded enough already? Oh no, there's far more degrading to come. We're just getting started. Now tell my mistress you're sorry, right this instant. And why should I? I might not lost in a fire, and my crew up and left me, and maybe I look foolish now. But I'm not a pathetic worm like you are, you filthy darkling. Filthy? How dare you? Oh, I dare alright, and on the bow and scrape to darklings. Everybody knows your race is cursed. You have the blood of the evil goddess inside you. And to take matters worse, you capitulate to your so-called mistress like a serf. I have more self-respect in my little finger than you can do in your whole body. Oh, so you have self-respect, do you? I feel a shudder shift in the air. Dance magic cloak sneeze crackling like a thunderstorm. Well, let's see how much self-respect you have when I pull out your entrails. Neve steps forward, her eyes glowing with magical energy. It looks like this is getting nasty. I need to make Neve back down. No. I tried to console her. Please, Neve, don't fly off the handle. I know that the woman said rather unpleasant things, and you're well within your rights to be angry, but rising to the bait won't help you, any of us. She just wants to upset you. Don't give her the satisfaction. No matter what she says, I know you're not a filthy darkling. You're a precious member of my crew and I care about you. Oh, my lady. She blinks at me, her dark eyelashes trembling. Thank you for being concerned about me, but I'm not angry on my own behalf. I've been called far worse than a filthy darkling in my time. I've had all sorts of insults thrown at me, as well as sharp objects. I'm accustomed to being slighted. It no longer stings as it did in my childhood. But hearing this foul pirate insult you is far too much. It boils my blood. I'm glad you want to defend my honor, Neve, but there are more important things in life than that. What? But I can't be. You're the great dark witch, Viola. Everybody should worship you, or else cower at your feet in fright. Huh. So all that you said before wasn't talk, was it? You really are the dark witch, Viola. Though you were pulling my leg, I thought you were pulling my leg, but you seem to have this darkling well and truly under your spell. So even pirates know who I am. I'm flattered. Everybody in Aspen knows who you are. You made quite a name for yourself. We all know you're a psychopath that tortures others for the hell of it, though it seems that your darkling slave is even nuttier than you are. I'm not crazy. I'm not a slave. Heh, sorry, Neve, but I got to side with Bonnie on this one. You sound kind of crazy sometimes. I'm not crazy, I'm just a devoted servant. I think there's such a thing as being too devoted. That's right, I'm sure Viola captured this captain for a reason. She must have something she wants, or she wouldn't have spared her life. We need to have a proper discussion with her. Threats won't get us anywhere. So you want me to get along with this woman? As well as you can, yes. But it's not possible. That woman, I hate her. He stands her foot against the floor, her lips pulled back in a snarl. I hate how smug she is, and how arrogant and how rude. She's a brute and a barbarian, and now we've captured her, she still refuses to show any respect. I tried to be civil with her for 2 seconds, but she refuses to apologize if anything. She doubled down on her insolence. I hate people who refuse to admit where they're wrong. They're utterly repugnant. I have a little tolerance for braggarts and boasters too, but we can't afford to lose our heads. But Alaria is right. You need to try and calm down, Neve. This captain, no matter how on the catch, it's important to our plans. She is? I am? That's right. Like Alaria is so absurdly deducted, if you weren't important, I would have bothered capturing you. Unfortunately, you are. So, what do you want me for, then? Is it gold you're after, Miss Dark Witch? Gold? How? I have more than enough gold. Why would I want more? Don't try and play innocent with me. I'm a dangerous pirate. I want a criminal. There are ransom for my head all over Aspa. Lots of people have tried to track me down for those sweet coins. That's where I fire first. Ask questions never. It's an easier that way. I suppose it's a sensible policy too, but I'm not after ransom money. And I don't want to bring you justice either. I could care less about the law. Eh? Bonnie looks at me curiously. Then if you don't want to see me punished and you don't want any money, why did you capture me? Because you have something I seek. This might be a long shot, but do you know the way to Crescent Island? Crescent Island? Bonnie snores incoherently. Why do you want to go there, of all places? Most people think there's nothing more than a fairy tale. I don't particularly want to go there, but I have to, you see. There's a library on that island that contains all the knowledge in the world. I need to go there immediately or else I will be doomed. Oh, come off it. You can't be serious. That sounds like a raving of a madwoman. You dare to call my mistress mad? Wouldn't anyone with what's with this? The world is doomed nonsense. It sounds like the plot from a bad play. I looked down at Bonnie impulsively, my arms folded. It seems you are having trouble accepting my story. No kidding, it's crazy. You sure you weren't dropped on the head at birth, Miss Darkwitch? How uncouth. Well, I suppose I should have expected as much. My story does sound crazy. If I were in Bonnie's shoes, I would have taken my word for it either. Unfortunately, Bonnie doesn't need to take my word for it. It's fine if you don't believe me, but I'm in contact with somebody who may be able to change your mind. And who's that then? A unicorn? Unfortunately not. I could find a unicorn on such short notice, but I think with Gardenia will be able to explain everything in a satisfactory way. Gardenia? Bonnie sits up a little straighter. She regards me with a newfound interest, her eyes narrowed. What do you know about Gardenia? Only that she's a powerful witch, a trickster, and not a particularly nice person. But she's the one who entrusted me with the task of saving the world, and she's the one who told me it was in need of an experienced naval navigator. And when did she tell you that, huh? In your dreams? No, when I met her at a cottage in Roseberry Forest. And how can you prove that, eh? Quite simply. You're free to speak to her yourself if you want. I'm sure she'd be happy to converse with you, Captain. So saying, I draw an enchanted gemstone from my pocket and press it against the palm of the captain's hand. The moment the gems touches the captain's skin, it begins to glow and hum with the mysterious power. The captain opens her mouth ready to retort, but... her words falter. Her eyes roll back in her head. The whole body begins to convulse. Her fingers wrap around the gemstone impulsively, and I take a step back, watching as the peculiar effects of Gardenia's power wash over my captive. I can see inside Bonnie's head. I might be a talented mage, but I'm not a god. But I can't imagine what's happening. Right now, Gardenia's mind is merging with Bonnie's. Gardenia can see everything Bonnie's seeing, and so can Bonnie in turn. Now, what exactly is Gardenia showing Bonnie? What is she doing? Knowing that that witch is probably something lewd. That would explain why a strand of drool is beginning to drip from down Bonnie's chin. My crew watch on the expression varied. Alera looks mildly distraught, while Theon merely confused. Near, who isn't on being pretty, looks darkly amused. Hey Viola, what's happening to Bonnie? She's being educated. Educated? By whom? Why, by none other than Gardenia. That witch. I can't imagine her educating anybody. Alera's face turns red. I can tell she's thinking about the first meeting with Gardenia, when that good-for-nothing witch poured a vial of foul-smelling fluid over Larry in the name of research. The potion in the vial was supposed to turn people invisible, but all it did was melt Larry's clothes. And how is Gardenia talking to Bonnie with that stone? That's right, it's enchanted. I see. Alera purses her lips. She looks disapproving. I like a school teacher. And what is she educating our new guest on? capital cities, or how to spot what mushrooms are safe for human consumption and which are poisonous. Oh, Larry, you're such an innocent maiden. What do you mean by that? And that's with the creepy laugh, Neve. Isn't it obvious? Just look at Bonnie's face. She's being taught how to submit to her superiors, and it's about time too. Maybe this will knock some of the arrogance out of her. I'm starting to think you're into some seriously messed up stuff, Neve. And I'm starting to think I'm the only person on this boat who has a common sense. Isn't this unethical? Harry, I like you, but you're too nice for your own good. What do you mean? We can't worry about ethics right now. The fate of the world is at stake. That might be true, but I think you're all having too much fun. You're a group of filthy sadists. You're all a group of filthy sadists. Thank you. I appreciate your compliment. I look back at Bonnie with my expression impassive. Her face is flushed and she is starting to rub her tights together. She bucks her hips, soft moans spilling from her lips the whole while. Then just as soon as it started, yeah, Gardenia releases Bonnie from her spell. Bonnie's fingers relax and the gemstone falls to the floor. Just like that, the connection between the two women is severed. And just like that, Bonnie comes to an empathy. She looks at me, her face burning, and says softly, Alright, I believe you. Gardenia explained it all to me. It's all so bizarre I can hardly wrap my hand around it, but the world will end when the goddess Iona escapes from the underworld. All of us are abandoned in darkness and fire, and life as we know it will die. It's a lot to take in, but I understand now. I know what'll happen. If we don't fight against that goddess, the end will befall us all. Good. I pick up the gemstone to the floor when it will be so useful. I pop it back inside my pocket. I'm glad you finally see my way. Gardenia can be very persuasive. That's putting it lightly. Haha. Bonnie's gasp like a fish out of water. Her chest rising and falling with each exhalation. That woman. It's way too much. I thought I was gonna die. Well, you won't die. I won't let that happen. You need to guide me and my crew to the Crescent Island first so we can find the Forbidden Library. Crescent Island, is it? The old wife's tale. That's right, I trust you know where it is. I might have an inkling, yes. I went to Crescent Island before, or tried to at least, back when I was younger and more impulsive. Everyone told me Crescent Island was a myth, and those who did believe in it said it was too dangerous for any young girl like me to go to. I was determined, though I always have been, and I didn't want to give up because I have a few naysayers. I wanted to find a fabled Forbidden Library so I could learn where all the treasures in the world are held. I was sure if I did that and make my fortune, I'd be rich. A noble goal, I can relate to that. But I assume things didn't go the way you wished. Did the hell? Bonnie spits on the ground, Neve winches and mumbles. Do you really have to do that under her breath? Crescent Island is hard enough to get to as it is. It's surrounded by sharp rocks and eternally raging storms, and it doesn't appear on any maps. It to barter and trade in all sorts of seedy bars across Aspa before I gleaned enough information to pinpoint its location. Finding that cursed island took me 4 years, but when I finally got there, that what was waiting for me was what? What was waiting for you? A kraken. If one of us weren't tied up, I'm sure she waved them about for emphasis. That island guarded by a huge hulking sea monster. It lurks in the center of a whirlpool, and it comes out whenever boats try to land on the Crescent Island. It's a giant beast that have been alive for hundreds and thousands of years, a pet of the gods, invincible, unbeatable. It took me half my crew in its tentacles and pulled them into the raging whirlpool before I could blink. My women were decimated before my eyes. I had no choice but to run, or I risked losing everyone. Didn't you try to fight that monstrous beast? I couldn't. I knew it was impossible. No cannons would be able to harm it, and no cutlass either. It's something a human can't hope to defeat. Escape was the only option I had, but the damage had already been done. It killed dozens of my crew, and the blame was pinned squarely on my shoulders. My reputation in Asa was ruined. I suppose that is why your old crew abandoned you to us so easily. Hey, that's right, nobody trusts me. Those girls only came with me because of their own greed. They were willing to stab in the back at a moment's notice, and I can't blame them. The death of those girls still hangs over me. It was 10 years ago, but I can still hear their screams. Bunny shivers all of a sudden. Her face looks very pale. If your girl got that island, you'll be all killed. The boat will be dashed in pieces and you die. No matter what Gardenia says, there's no way you can win. It's impossible. It might be impossible for a normal person, but you are forgetting something. I'm the fair dark witch Viola, whose name is known all across Aspa. I possess magic that can rival even Gardenia's, and I would never let a kraken stand in my way. What is a kraken anyway, other than an overgrown octopus? I think it needs to be taught a lesson. Now, Bunny, you will guide us to Crescent Island, and I will defeat the kraken, and we will enter the Forbidden Library. I know I can do it. I can't afford to falter here. And what makes you so sure? It because you're the chosen one. Now, let's not be so cynical. I don't believe in my success because I'm the chosen one. I believe in my success because I'm me. I never failed anything I put my mind to in the past. I don't see why this should be any different. You're mad. Maybe I am, but that's why Gardenia entrusted the fate of Aspa to me. I'm the only one who can defeat the evil goddess, and I won't let any rifling obstacle get in my way. You would call a beast like a kraken a mere trifle. You must be very brave or very stupid. You have no idea what the hell you're walking into, but part of me like that. I like you. You're bold and fearless, just like I was when I was younger. There are many women out there like you, willing to put your neck on the line for a greater cause. Yes, this is a very good. I feel like a younger woman again. Alright then, I do it. If nobody else can, then I have to be your guide. You sure changed your tune. Why do you sound so enthused now? Why, it's simple. Darkly made. I don't know how you plan to fight against the kraken. You're just young girls, all of you, but I'm sure the hell love to see how you do it. Go out there, Viola, and defeat that kraken. I got the best of me all those years ago. I'm going to go and get my revenge. After my inspiring talk with Bonnie, I sever the ropes binding her in place. Then she sets to work putting our boat on the correct course to Crescent Island. Though Bonnie only been there once, and the trip proved to be disastrous, she seems to know where she's going. She is brashly confident while giving me direction, and I adjust the bearings of our boat in accordance. Neve sets slightly outraged that I'm taking orders from a hidden pirate, but what choice do I have? I have no idea where Crescent Island is without Bonnie's guidance. We'll be completely lost. Fortunately, it seems like they're not too far away from the island. According to Bonnie, we should be able to reach it tomorrow morning. I keep a close watchful eye on Bonnie that evening, where that she might try to attack me under the cover of darkness. But no blow comes. I wonder what it was that dosed the flames of Bonnie's self-righteous indignation. Was it that little talk she had with Gardenia, or was it my own determined speech? Either way, it seems I found a new companion in Bonnie, for the time being at least. We made some good progress today. We can leave the ship running as it is during the night. Now, Bonnie yawns, pressing one hand against the gasping mouth. We should probably hit the hay. We have a rough day tomorrow, besting the brute of Kraken. But before that, I'd like to make one thing clear. Oh, you want to have a talk with me? No, that ain't it. I don't want to talk with you. This isn't a debate. I'm going to set my terms down right here, right now. So this is more of a statement. That's right, a statement. You catch one quick. I like that about you. Now, I might be working with you, but I'm not like the little maid. I'm not your slave. Neve isn't my slave. She serves me on her own violation. Ha, whatever you say. Bonnie snorts and rolls her eyes. Maybe this is cause I'm a pirate, but I can't stand the thought of being somebody's lapdog, even if somebody is you, Viola. I'm not going to courtesy you, and I won't jump at your every word. I don't give a damn about keeping you happy. I'm joining you because of my own free will. You might have tied me up, but I didn't. But you didn't break my will. You didn't bully me into this. I was coerced. I sooner die than let anybody, man or woman, walk all over me. Not again. Bonnie clenches her fingers into her face. I wonder if she's reliving some particularly traumatic experience from her childhood, but I decide to remain silent. I'm a selfish woman, and I'm accompanying you on this journey for my own sake. It's my peace of mind I care about, not yours. If you can't understand the respect that, then I'd rather slit my own throat with my cutlass than be beholden to you. Fortunately, you won't need to resort to such drastic measures. You might be working with me, but I understand you are not working for me. We're equals. You mean that? Of course, I have no interest in making you grovel. Amusing though it would be, I don't have the time to waste on such pursuits right now. Well, ain't that a relief? I guess you're not as bad as I thought. You fight dirty, but then again, so do I. I'm a pirate, and that's what we're known for. I guess I got what I deserve, picking a fight with a woman much stronger than myself. Not that I knew it had at the time. That's why I'm siding with you, you see. I respect your skills and I respect your goals. No matter what the stories about you say, I don't think you're half bad. Why, thank you. You're not half bad yourself. But no matter how much I respect you, I don't want to stay with you. When this is over, I go my way and you go yours. I'll be happy if I never see you again. Alright, I can agree to those terms. Oh, so you don't want to make me a member of your harem? I did consider it, but I looked Bonnie up and down, smiling to myself. She's rather attractive, I must admit. In terms of pure appearance, she'd be a more than welcome addition to my harem, but when it comes to her personality, she's much too wild and lawless. I don't think you'll fit in at my Nightmare Citadel. Nightmare Citadel. Is that the name of your castle? It is indeed, and I am very proud of it. I chose the name myself to inspire awe and fear. Does it work? Nightmare Citadel, indeed. That's so cliché. Bonnie snickers and shakes her head. I don't know why you're so hell-bent on making yourself seem like some kind of villain who in their right mind calls their own home a Nightmare Citadel anyway. I thought it sounded cool. Maybe to a 5-year-old, huh? Bonnie lost her distinctive laugh and slaps her tight again like an old man might. Oh, Viola, you're funny. You're too much. You are right. I wasn't trying to make you laugh. Well, you could have fooled me. I thought you were yanking my chain. Don't take my word for it, though. I'm just a pirate. I don't even have a real home to return to. I lived on boats since I was 11, and the boats have some pretty foolish names too. So you've been a pirate since you were a teenager? More or less. I didn't start out that way, of course, but at the time I was the only option I had. My parents died when I was young, and well, I don't want to bore you with the details. Sufficient to say I've been a pirate for a while. I don't care what other people say about me. I don't care that piracy ain't a respectable profession, or that I'm regarded by scum as most members of so-called civilized society. I'm living my life for myself the only way I know how, and I'd be hanged if I have to give that up. I can see you're committed to your goal, and that is very respectable. But haven't you ever tired of being a pirate? I can't be the easiest way of making a living. You can't shower, and the food is hard and dry, and starts to turn moldy. And a sudden freak storm could capsize your boat and sink you to the bottom of the ocean. You could lose everything you worked for in a matter of seconds. Doesn't that frighten you? Does it now? I'm aware of how dangerous it can be. I've been in a number of scrapes before. I've come closer to death than you can imagine. When that cracker murdered half my crew, I thought I was sure I was done for. But I didn't die. I always managed to escape by a hair's breadth. I haven't been cut down or drowned or caught by a cannibal yet. And so long as I'm breathing, it's a pirate's life to me. I love being a pirate, and stay being a pirate even if I die as a pirate. There's no better way to go, in my opinion. It's why I could never ever let myself be your servant, like those other 3 girls. I love my freedom too much. Giving it up would kill me sooner than the salty sea would. I see. I suppose I can sympathize with that. When I lived in Tokyo, I felt stifled. My days were so repetitive I couldn't bear it. That's why when I finally came to Aspa, I felt like a weight had been lifted from my shoulders. Finally free of the burden of being a responsible adult in the world of work, I could indulge myself to my heart's content. I could finally break free from the chains of society and have fun. And I have had fun on my journey. I traversed Aspa's land from the dens of the forest to the white-washed cities to the briny ocean. I fought for my life, reunited lost family members and broken ancient curses. Now I'm the one most ambitious quest yet, with the whole of Aspa future on the line. But I'm not afraid. How can I be afraid when this experience has been so wonderful? Man, that really is funny. Bonnie smiles to herself and shakes her head. In a way, I'm almost glad you wrote me into this, Viola. I've always wanted to prove my own worth. I had this hunger for success ever since I was a young girl, but I was a screw-up despite my determination. And I was never able to make good on my dreams. I couldn't defeat the Kraken, I lost my crew, and I spent the last 10 years drifting. I talk big, but I'm almost started to lose hope in myself. I was beginning to worry and I'd never be able to achieve anything worthwhile. But all that's going to change. It has to change. That's why I'm going to guide you to the destination safe and sound. I don't know how trustworthy my words are, but my being a pirate and all, but you can count on me. I wake the following day with a vague feeling of anxiety and a pit in my stomach. Something doesn't feel quite right, though I can place my finger on what exactly. I get dressed and brush my hair, trying to shake off my exhaustion. It's not until I make the deck that I finally realize what's been mingling at me. The boat isn't moving. After a week of almost constant motion, the boat is now come to a halt. I breathe in through my nostrils. The sea air smells salty, just like usual, but there's an unpleasant, almost bitter undercurrent to it. If I had to describe it, then I would say superstition is taught with Maytime. It smells of danger. The sky is still grey, fostered with clouds, and it looks like there might rain at any given moment. The sea likewise is sharply cooling grey, which buffers the seaside of the still boat. It looks like a storm's brewing. I wonder, are we nearly at Crescent Island? Hey, that we are. Then that means the whirlpool should be nearby. Indeed, it is, but it's shrouded by fog. You can't see it now, but you should be able to hear it in your sense of ears. Listen. I do as Bonnie instructs me and I close my eyes, hoping they might sense my remaining senses and focus hard. Ah, Bonnie's right. Though it's far away, I can hear it. Okay, I'm done for now. I can't read anymore. I'm too tired. Ah, what the hell. So Ali, that was all I have for Sakura MMO. This time, also hit like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.